Meanwhile, there remains a lot of confusion and concern for Canadians when it comes to the Canada-U.S. border. So this morning, we've invited back immigration lawyer Joel Sandaluk. Joel, nice to see you again. Good morning and welcome back to the show. Yesterday, Carolyn and I, we were talking about the recommendation of taking burner phones and leaving your electronic devices at home if you're crossing the border. First of all, what's your take on that recommendation?
Honestly, I think it's probably not a good idea at all. I think it's probably going to be a red flag for a lot of officers to look at a phone with no texts, no messages, no data on it. And it'll probably lead an officer to suspect that there's perhaps another phone that you have, or you're trying to conceal some other information. So rather than shortening an examination, it may actually lead to heightened scrutiny.
Oh, good point. We were mentioning yesterday, I feel like Jason Bourne, telling me to get a burner phone. Okay, Canada recently updated its travel advisory for the U.S., warning of heightened scrutiny and that you could be detained by border officials. We talked about this briefly the last time you were on the show, but every day that passes, you start to hear, especially on social media, more stories. How real are those fears? Are you hearing any more about this?
I hear a lot about the fear that people are having. I've been taking a lot of calls and speaking even to friends who are traveling to the United States who've heard things about it. So anecdotally, I think there's a lot of news about treatment at the border. But the reality is, I don't think there have been any real changes. For most people entering the United States, they're entering for reasonable, legitimate purposes, and they usually have nothing to fear at all. So I think what's happened is there's maybe a heightened tension that is causing people to be more concerned, but the actual facts on the ground haven't really changed very much. And even something as simple as taking an electronic device and searching it, we have to remember that even if that is happening more frequently, and it may be, it is still an infinitesimally small number of travelers who are having their devices searched. So it's still, for me at least, not a huge concern, especially for somebody who's traveling and has nothing really to be concerned about.
Okay, well, there is a lot of talk about this. There is a lot of concern, and we appreciate you putting this into perspective for us this morning, Joel. Thanks again for coming on.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.